CPAC with Citizens in Charge with Paul Jacobs. How you doing, Mr. Jacobs?
Doing very well.
You enjoying the conference?
I am.
And can you let us know what's going on here with Citizens in Charge?
Well, Citizens in Charge and the Citizens in Charge Foundation, our goal is to protect initiative and referendum, the right of people to petition their government, to put issues forward, and decide them themselves without having to beg and plead with politicians to pass needed reforms. We educate people, we litigate to protect their constitutional rights, and we organize at the grassroots level to protect the process from legislators who regularly are looking for ways to restrict it.
Now, legislators who are looking for ways to restrict it, I understand that you might have had some hard time dealing with these legislators.
Yes, I just recently ended a battle between myself and two of my co-defendants and the Attorney General, Drew Edmondson of Oklahoma. We ran a petition drive, and I advised on the effort back in 2005, and they switched the rules up on us, and after the fact used those changed rules to throw out the petition, and then because they were afraid that we would come right back and put a new initiative on the ballot under the new rules, they decided to throw a nasty punch, and they indicted 3 of us. They charged us with conspiracy and attempted to put us in jail for 10 years. That's pretty outrageous. What ended up happening, of course, is that we didn't spend any time in jail other than being processed and handcuffed together and perp walked in order to try to threaten and intimidate us, but it didn't work. We fought back. We ended up never getting even through a preliminary hearing because I think they realized they had no case, and in the end, the underlying law was that governs Oklahoma petitions was ruled to be unconstitutional.
And the conspiracy was?
The conspiracy was to defraud the state. They alleged that we purposely hired people who weren't residents, even though the people running the drive on the ground in Oklahoma went to state officials, asked them who could work, followed the rules they were told. So it was a trumped up effort to try to intimidate and scare people out of their First Amendment rights. It didn't work, but the main reason it didn't work is because we fought back. We didn't take it. And Citizens in Charge all over this country is looking to protect other folks. Just a month ago, they completely dropped the charges. That's wonderful for me, but there are people all over this country that need this process to take back their government on all kinds of issues where politicians simply won't do what the people want.
So the lesson you learned is fight back, no fear?
Fight back, never quit, and you know, we feel like this is an issue in a way that Americans can really change their government. We've heard a lot of talk about change and hope and reform, and I applaud it anytime we get anything that's real, but most of the real reform is at the ballot initiative process at the state and local level, and we're encouraging people to use that process, and we're there to help them both understand the process, use the process, and protect the process.
How does the future look to you?
You know, on the one hand, I am more afraid for my country over the last few years than I have ever been. On the other hand, I think the public gets it. The question is, who's going to decide? If the public decides, I'm optimistic. If politicians and special interests make the decision in Washington without public input, then I'm completely pessimistic. So I'm hopeful, but I also am frightened about where this country is going to head if people don't get active and change things.
Any last words?
No, not really that I can think of.
Okay, Citizens in Charge with Paul Jacobs. Thank you so much.
Thank you.